We have a question here. What is a zombie foreclosure? Well, that's when you foreclose on someone who basically is a living dead. That's a zombie foreclosure. No, I'm just kidding. I'll get to that in the Q&A a little bit. That's sort of an aside. I'll get to that when we do a little Q&A later towards the end of just logistically, we're going to have a break for lunch about 12:30 Mountain Time for about an hour, and we'll have a break mid-morning and a break mid-afternoon. So I'll get to that question. Yeah. Marcus, recalling his experience of running all over town and finding a house for a homeowner. They ended up staying in the house I bought while I paid the mortgage for a year and a half until I got a judge to tell them they had to leave. Yeah, see, you want to help people, but you don't want to take on all their problems. You want them to take some responsibility for some of their problems. So let's talk about liens. There are three categories of liens. There are statutory liens, there are voluntary liens, and then there are involuntary liens. So it's really important that you understand this in the foreclosure process. This is a little bit technical, but it's important that you understand this. Statutory liens are generally super priority, meaning they're at the front of the line. Generally speaking, liens are first in time, first in right with recording at the county. Meaning, if I record a deed of trust or mortgage to a lender to collateralize a loan, that's a first mortgage, first lien. If someone records a judgment behind that, or maybe a second mortgage, it's recorded second, so it's second in line. So the priority of liens is important to understand. Statutory liens generally are in front of recorded mortgages. And those are things like property taxes, municipal water and sewer, in some cases, HOA dues. Now, how do you know if HOA dues? Well, you have to take a look at the HOA's rules and regulations, bylaws, and the filing documents to see if HOA dues become a lien when recorded or just automatic when they're in default. Same with property taxes. The county does not record a lien against a property when you don't pay your taxes. It's statutory, meaning the statute in the state says the county has a lien even if it's not recorded. So the only way to know if there's a lien is to contact the treasurer's office and make sure that the taxes have been paid. If someone does not pay their property taxes, then depending if you're in a tax lien or tax deed state, the county can put the property up for sale. And what happens to the mortgage that's on there or other liens? They're wiped out. Of course, it never happens. If there is a mortgage behind it, what is that mortgage holder going to do? They're going to pay up the property taxes and not lose their $500,000 lien for unpaid property taxes of $5,000. Okay. Then we have voluntary liens. Those are ones that the homeowner signs. First mortgage, second mortgage, equity line of credit, and so forth. And those are first in time, first in right. So when one is recorded, it becomes first, and then an equity line of credit is recorded behind it, it becomes a second. Then we have involuntary liens. Those are ones that the homeowner did not execute, but they become liens on the property. Things like judgments. Someone gets a judgment against the homeowner, records a copy in the real estate records, it becomes a lien. IRS as well. IRS doesn't have to go to court, they just file a lien when you owe taxes and you ignore them. But here's the interesting thing. People often confuse IRS liens with county property. County property taxes are statutory as a first super priority lien in front of the mortgages and other liens. IRS liens are first in time, first in right. Meaning, if there was unpaid property taxes, first mortgage, second mortgage, and then the IRS filed a lien, IRS would be fourth in line there. They don't get special priority to go to the front of the line like property taxes do, or HOA dues, or municipal water and sewer charges. The IRS, however, has a statutory right of redemption under federal law of 180 days, and we'll come back to that when we talk about redemptions. But understand, the IRS does not get priority in recording their liens with the county.